When you're on shrooms, it's literally like an overdose of serotonin. And then there's always the flip side, right? Just like with any substance. You have the rise up and then it comes back down. Welcome back to the show. Let's get right into it. So let's see what Bill Burr's got to say about his little shroom trip.
The shrooms helped you said?
The shrooms helped you, he said. How much do you bet Neil Brennan's high as At least it sounds high as It's either pills or shrooms or smoke too much, man. Or maybe it's his ketamine treatment talking. There's something going on, you know? Something.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Ed let me know how sad I was.
Oh, you didn't know, Bill? You needed the shrooms to let you know that you were sad? Shrooms talking to me, man. Shrooms talking to me.
I had no idea.
Did you want to, are you glad you found out?
100%, yeah.
I had no idea. You had to trip out on shrooms to know that you were sad, Bill. Come on. Look at him, he's very content. Yeah, dude, 100%. So happy I found out. I needed the shrooms to tell me.
Did it help with the anger?
Did it help with the anger? See, I have some sympathy for Bill Burr because I too suffer from uncontrollable rage. Maybe I should get on a shroom trip to see if it could help with my anger. You know, make me calm down.
Oh, I had a 2-week period of euphoria, like 10 days.
No shit, man. Of course you had a 2-week period of pure euphoria. You were tripping balls. You're having a great time. When you're on shrooms, it's literally like an overdose of serotonin. And then there's always the flip side, right? Just like with any substance. You have the rise up and then it comes back down. With everything. It's true for alcohol, you know, snort a little coke, whatever you're on. You're gonna have that long way down into the valley. I guess that's when the shrooms told you that you were sad.
I told this story on my last special where it was like, yeah, it started off silly and goofy, then all of a sudden, like, this darkness came in. It was just it was a profound sense of sadness. There wasn't a beginning or an ending. It just was, and it was undeniable, and I couldn't figure out.
Yeah, that's what drugs will do to you. There's a profound sadness. That coming down period, you know, that's when everything's getting sucked out of you. The euphoria is over. The high is coming down. And you didn't realize this. You've been around for a while. I'm sure this is not your first rodeo. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe this is your first encounter with the shrooms or any sort of drug. But I'm sure you had a cocktail or two, you know, during your life. Next day, not so fun. You know, you had a good time last night, and then reality kicks in.
I was like, what is this? Is there something going on with me and my wife? So, you know, you just sit there as you're tripping, you're like checking in, and you're like...
I can almost guarantee you something's going on with your wife. You're married. They're never happy. 100%.
Any answers from the universe? No. Something going on with the kids? I know I love my kids. I know they love me. No, that's not it. And then I was just like...
I'm pretty sure at some point where you had one of your rage fits that you've already traumatized those kids. Yeah, what do you think it is, Bill? What could it be? I can't wait for the reveal.
All right, what is this? And the second I said that, like, the answer comes into your head. Like, that was the line of my life. Oh, this is how you felt as a kid.
Of course it was how you felt as a kid. You were sad. You had a rough upbringing, right? You had a dad that didn't love you, maybe beat you around a little bit. There was not a healthy communication going on. Yeah, get in line, pal.
And I was of the, you know, these so-called, like, I'm awake now walking around.
Oh, you thought you were awake and walking around? Of course, because you're, you know, a woke comedian in Hollywood. I'm on the right side of politics. I have the correct opinions. Of course you were awake. Awake walking around. Woke, I should say, rather. Woke Bill.
I was of the belief that what happened to me as a kid didn't bug me, and that it was actually a good thing.
Why would you even think that, Bill? your childhood and whatever trauma you had way back when. Of course it affects you. It's your formative years. It's gonna have a profound effect on you. Just like every other human being walking and talking on this planet. You didn't think that affected you? Are you serious, dude?
Because I'm tough.
Yeah.
And I'm not a pussy and all of that shit. And
Oh my God, you thought you were tough, Bill? Have you just take a long, hard look in the mirror, brother? You know, you're not a tough guy. I hate to be the one to break it to you. You're a comedian, and don't get me wrong, listen, I love comedy, and I actually enjoy your comedy. You had me crying laughing, but you're not a tough guy. You couldn't convince me that you were ever a tough guy. You're just an angry ginger. And for the record, I mean, comedians aren't exactly known for being tough guys. Aside from Joe Rogan, that can actually kick some ass, most of you guys are just broken souls with a desire for recognition and being acknowledged by the world.
then I realized, oh, that was all wrong. That was what I became so I could deal with whatever was going on.
And just for the record, Bill, we're all sad. We're dealing with trauma. Everyone's dealing with trauma, man. But as a man, you deal with it. I mean, you talked about it yourself. Like, you bury that shit, way down, and then you move forward because there is no alternative. Maybe you could get away with that shit if you're a woman. But as a man, nobody gives a shit about you. We all have our scars. We all have our tear-dripping stories about growing up. Some worse than others. I think you had a bit about this, that your dad bought you dolls or something, like Barbies for Christmas, something like that. And you had a breakdown crying your eyes out because you got a Barbie doll for Christmas. That's fucking hilarious, man. Your dad was funny. Should have been a comic. That's a good joke to buy Barbies for his son, especially back in the 70s or whenever the you grew up.
And then that was just an avalanche.
For a guy that's worth 20, 30 million bucks, Bill, sitting here on camera crying about your rough upbringing, it's kind of pathetic, dude. Like, please, go fly your helicopter or, drive your Bentley, whatever the you're doing. You had massive success. You're a grown-ass man. Whatever happened to you as a child, unless you were molested, I'll have some sympathy for that. That's extra. I'll give you some brownie points. You can be a little sad, but if it's like the usual, you got neglected, your dad didn't love you, he was cold and distant, and then your mom didn't give you hugs, or if you got bullied in school because you were a ginger, and you looked funny, or you talked funny, or you had a limp, or a lisp, or whatever, shut the up, man, please. You gotta take that somewhere else. You've done extremely well, Bill. Especially after this Saudi Arabia thing. You got paid a shit ton of money to do a couple of jokes in the Middle East. I don't want to hear it. All right, I think that's it.